Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rams Call Gaming channel, where or for you English grammar nuts, where Tom and I beat on each other as much as possible in bloody matches on terrain that we scavenged from behind the warehouse and from, cardboard boxes and rocks off the ground, whatever we could find, and Warhammer armies that we've accumulated since being here. Except for me, I only accumulated one army, but that's besides the point. So, today's game, we're going to play 2,000 points worth of Tomb Kings versus Lizardmen. It's going to be a great match. My list is pretty well built at 2,000 points. I think it's about as competitive as it's going to get without going a completely different direction. I like what's going to happen here, and you'll see my list here. We'll walk through each list here in a moment. And then he's playing against Lizardmen for the first time at 2,000 points. Anything prior that we played off video was lower and without all the necessary models. So he's playing a named hero, which gives him a distinct advantage this game because it's Tedoecho. And he's kind of a D-bag. So without further ado, I will go ahead and transfer over to the game video. Enjoy it and watch the recap at the end. And thanks for watching.
There we go. Alright, so the Lizardmen list I talked about in the last video, the premiere video. This is the 2,000 point premiere of the Lizards. This is my skiddly brick of Saurus Warriors. These green ones up here is going to be what they look like at the end. They look pretty sharp.
We'll get pictures later.
Yeah. This is an Old Blood right here. He is rocking the Helm of Command and the Armor of Destiny and a shield, giving him a 1-up, 4-up, and making this unit stubborn. Then we got Skink Skirmishers with shield and jab. Skink Skirmisher, shield, jab. Skink Skirmisher, shield, and jab. Unit of cohorts, Mr. Tedoecho in there. This is my, they have a musician and a banner. Then I got my two priests, each with Wissons, level 1. One's got the Key of Darkness, the other's got the Dispel Scroll. This guy right here is my epic cohort, little BSB, Skink Chief. Salamander, 7 Chameleon Skinks, 7 Cold One Riders with another Old Blood. He's rocking the Dawnstone, Sacred Helm of Itza, the other Trickster's Shard, and a great weapon. And he's riding a Cold One, of course. They have Musician and Banner. And so this is a unique list for most people that are watching. No monsters, no slam. Let's see what we can do against this little Tomb King army over here. Go ahead.
Alright, as promised, a more competition-ready Tomb Kings 2,000 point army. Not 2,500 yet, but I have one ready, competition ready for 2,500. We're looking at 30 archers with musician and banner. We're looking at 20 archers with musician. I just don't have the model built for him yet. 2 Screaming Skull catapults naked. My converted Hierophant, Titan. And then we got a level 4 mage, who's going to be my Hierophant, and with Nekahara, level 4, Earthing Rod, Death Mask, because Death Mask is awesome. Then we got a level 2 Lich Priest using Death. Oh, I'm sorry, the level 4 has my number 1 spell, Incantation of Cursed Blades, Righteous Smiting, Incantation of Vengeance, and Incantation of Desiccation, whatever.
He's bad at pronouncing words.
I am. I can't speak good English today.
Get a good little close up of these guys. They look pretty awesome.
And then I got a Lich Tomb Prince with Armor of Destiny Great Weapon, because that's what they need, because they're stupid. Then I got my Horde of 30 Tomb Guard with the Banner of the Undying Dead at full command. And then I got, let's see here, 3 Skeleton Chariots with Musician and Standard. And then
Flaming Banner?
What?
You have the Flaming Banner still?
No.
Okay.
And then I got the Casket of Souls. So we'll see how this list does. It's pretty decked out, especially for magic and shooting. Obviously, double Screaming Skull at 2,000 points with 2 different archer units to help push my shots out is going to be really big in this game, because he's got a lot of units of skinks, which I want to hurt badly. So being able to split my fire and not needing penalties or skirmishers is going to be the biggest thing for this game. Everything else will just be chapping and trying to get in and do wounds.
So. All right, we'll roll up terrain. I think we're going to just go with our standard Blood and Glory for a premiere match.
Yep.
And we'll see you after we got the board set up and
deployed.
Yeah.
Deployed. All right.
See you then. Recap the Tomb Kings turn 1. Pretty.
We didn't go over
deployment at all.
Okay, so let's quick go over deployment real quick.
Let me get this side here so we can get deployment.
Yeah, I'll mark it out with the tape measure.
Yep.
Bad day, bad day. Okay, so from my left, I got Tomb Guard on the left, a bunker unit with the level 4 in it, and the level 2 and the Prince are over here, but he completely left this side of the field alone. Got my Hydro Titan, catapult, casket, you know, chariots in the middle doing things, and archers over here facing that lone unit. And then obviously for him...
Then I have Skinks. I have not taken my movement yet, so this is actually my deployment. We have Skinks, the 2 Salamanders. The Vanguard was on the Cold One Riders and the 1 Salamander. There's Teto's unit. There is the Saurus Warriors. They took a hit from the Plague Claw Catapult, or Screaming Skull Catapult. Lost 2 guys. There's
I had to take a leadership test too.
The Chameleon Skinks. They decided to flee from the charge from those guys. Yeah. Haven't moved. And then I owe him a leadership check to my Saurus Warriors, which is not going to fail. Hey. Alright, we'll see you at the end of... let's go over Tomb Kings 1.
And then Tomb Kings 1, I moved these guys, I reformed these guys sideways, took shots at them. He passed both armor saves, shot the catapult in there. It flew 10 inches off the goddamn field. They tried to charge the Chameleon Skinks, failed because they fled, and they've only moved 4 inches forward. This catapult shot into the Saurus brick, taking out 2 models. This Hydro Titan threw 6 dice at Spirit Leech trying to kill the Spirit Leech trying to kill that model. That didn't work because it didn't irresistibly cast. So
I scrolled that.
He just scrolled that because if I take that model out, that would have been awesome. These guys can't see or have ranged anything, and these guys just moved up, and they're just going to continue to march forward. Yeah.
All right.
So that's it for Tomb Kings magic shooting. Not a whole lot happened. I rolled 6 dice and I tried to just take that Salamander out. So that's about it. So we'll see you at the end of...
And the Lizard 1.
Yeah.
Alright, so recapping Lizard's turn 1. We rallied the Chameleon Skinks in the movement phase. Sitting down right now. We'll go over the movement. So move these guys up their full 12 inches. Move these guys up their full 12 inches. They took their full 14 inches of movement forward. These guys came up 4, rallied, moved his full 6, and then breathed.
2 wounds on my chariot.
These guys just moved up a little bit. Moved up his full movement to get in line to do setting up the trap. These guys moved to full 12 to kind of get ready to hold these guys up underneath that dice right there, which is the point of the comet.
That's the comet dice right there, right in the middle of my 2 big bricks, which is fun.
And I got a clean comet. That's
a clean boosted comet, so it's at strength 6 already.
Yep. And spells, shooting, did the 2 wounds on the chariots, and then it moved up. That's into Lizard 1.
Into Lizard 1, not a whole lot happened. 2 wounds on the thing. I did 2 wounds on his turn, so I mean, we're equal on wounds.
Yeah.
But Comet's, he's got Teto Echo, so Comet's going to probably go off this turn at strength 6. So we'll see what happens.
Alright, see you at the end of Tomb Kings 2.
Hoorah.
Kings 2.
Alright, a fairly good turn for the Tomb Kings. I chose not to shoot at his cavalry this turn and instead tried to take some skinks out to reduce the effectiveness of them over there. So I took 3 skinks out. This stupid catapult missed by 10 inches off this unit.
Took a skink off over here.
Skadooshed 1 skink, which is, again, stupid. Tried to cast the casket. He dispelled it on that unit, which would have been awesome out of BSB range. Would have taken out a lot of riders, potentially. I charged his Salamander and ended up catching it and blowing it up and sitting right there. Interesting scenario. You can't charge me except for with them, with his Chameleon Skinks, but he can shoot the piss out of me, which is probably what's about to happen.
Yep.
Over here, this catapult went for his Saurus unit again.
Shot at 1, missed, connected with 1, and then he made the armor save.
He made his armor save, so that's always nice. He wasn't under the hole either. This guy did nothing. The Hydro Titan, actually, he added a lot to my casting. I was able to get right to smiting off on this unit, and they shot at the skink unit that's no longer on the field, and they ran off due to terror. And then I got the Curse Blades off on this unit, just regrowing all the wounds I had lost from the Comet Cassadora. So the Comet went off on my turn. He re-rolled it due to Teto Echo, which is, well, that's what Teto Echo does. And he ended up taking 6 out of that unit, 4 out of that unit, and I regrew 75% of the wounds. So not a terrible turn for Comet to go off.
But we'll see what happens at the end of
Lizard
turn 2.
All right. See you at the end of Lizard 2.
Hoorah. The Lizardmen turn 2 recap.
Turn 2. All right. So we moved up. Fuck you, because I'm over. Hey, buddy, I'm sitting down now. Talk about my cold ones.
Go for
it doesn't matter, and then I'm not sitting down, you cunt. Alright, so cold ones tore the shit out of them. They lost 3 wounds in a crazy fit of just what the fuck from the archers.
4, because they lost one on the stand and shoot too. I got lucky. You lost
what's
one.
What's strength?
3. First 4 is 5.
Yeah,
I rolled 5. I rolled a shit ton of 5s and 6s.
Alright, so yeah, that happened. These units are going to move up and demolish all of his war machines next turn.
I took 1 wound on my Screaming Skull catapult from that unit of skinks right there. Those Canadian skinks whiffed on the casket.
And these guys, they're still chilling here. These guys didn't move anything. These guys took a miscast, lost 7 skinks on here. And then these guys took another hit from Comet, lost what, 6 over here?
I lost 6 Tomb Guard, and I lost 3 more archers.
Yep.
So.
Alright, and that's really all that happened. We'll roll around to Tomb Kings 3.
Hoorah.
Tomb Kings turn 3.
Turn 3. Lame as hell. So, the good news is I caused another wound on this unit, and he killed him down to exactly the last model. So, I was almost hoping to stick and then roll double 1s and just be like sitting there waiting, and it would have been awesome. But now he's going to charge my catapult, and that's going to suck. Shooting sucked dick. I took out
2 chameleon skinks.
1,
2.
2. Okay, so I took out 2 chameleon skinks. They passed. Both catapults did fucking nothing, which is lame as hell. And the Comet did work on this side, taking out 5 more Tomb Guard.
7 archers.
7 archers. And yeah, just rolling dick over here. And magic, he cubed my first spell, and then he
dispelled the next one.
Dispelled the last one. So I tried to get off. I tried to get off smiting in bubble because I charged my chariots into his Saurus block, which is not there anymore because my chariots died. But I did cause what, 8 wounds or something like that, or 3,
8,
6, 7, 8.
8 with impact hits.
8 wounds total. Killed the skink priest. So there's some points right there for me, and that's about it. That's all I did this turn. So
see you at the end of Lizards 3.
Yeah, Lizards 3.
Alright, so we got Lizards turn 3. Pretty, not game breaking, but we're getting close to breaking the game with the Lizards. We moved up all the skinks and shot down the casket. It blew up. Killed 6 skirmishers and 2 chameleons.
And my damn catapult. Yep. So
without the source warriors even have to do any work.
Yep. There's 3 of those. Two source on rider plus his old blood right there.
Old blood's showing right there.
I did some wounds to the skinks. They passed leadership checks.
Leadership checks for days.
He moved up his source block onto the hill to kind of go against my temple guard. We'll see if that actually or
we'll
tomb
see
guard.
if that battle happens.
Yeah, we're gonna try to make it there.
Yep. Well, it's only turn 4. Very, very possible.
And I still got 1 catapult left, and
his forces are all over there now.
Yep. So he's gonna have to make up some ground here, and we'll see what happens.
See you at the end of Tomb Kings
4.
4.
Yeah.
Tomb Kings 5. Mistake we had there.
Yeah, I'll edit that out. Okay, so move my Titan up, move my archers up.
We had determined that the horn you could just duck under. You just can't march or charge through the horn just because it was causing a big choke point. So
yeah, it was a misplacement on our part for.
So yeah, we just determined you could duck underneath it and move.
So I moved them up 4 inches, moved him up 6, moved them up 4. Magic was pretty good on my half. Not a whole lot for me, but I was able to bubble off Righteous Smiting, which is cool. So I got double shots, and I shot all at Tedo's unit.
Took out 3 skink cohorts. Yep.
3 skink cohorts out of 34 shots. So, and I was wounding on 3s. So, you know, hitting like a boss. My catapult misfired back here. They can't shoot for the rest of the game because it's turn 5, and it can't shoot next turn. So I regrew a lot of wounds.
You did regrow a lot of wounds.
I had 3 dice, and I threw it at the Banner of the Undying, needing a 5, and I rolled 1, 1, 2. Yeah.
1-1 fail.
1-1 fail in my life. D6 plus 2 models I would have gotten back. So that would have been awesome. Especially with the oncoming Saurus block that's coming at me. I was hoping to kill them and whatever. So
alright.
We'll see at the bottom 5 for
Lizards. Lizard 5.
Starting over
These
here.
guys shifted up here, looking to get into the epic contest over here between the Tomb Guard and Solaris Warriors. These guys shifted over to shoot at the Hero Titan and did 0 wounds. These guys moved out of range. Hopefully I can get them further away from that prick because he's going to probably cast some dumb bullshit.
Yep, and the only thing he did for magic was cast Midnight Wind on the Hero Titan, and I rolled a 5 for an armor save and didn't need to reroll it. So
Yep, good to go.
pretty epic. We'll see you at the top of 6 for Tomb Kings.
Tomb King 6.
Yep.
The Tomb King 6, that was his last chance to do anything meaningful. He did nothing.
What? So I charged up a hill and got into combat. I did 9 wounds, and he did 4, so that was good. And I was able to bubble Righteous Smiting, so all my Tomb Guard were getting double attacks on the front rank, which is
Yeah, that's the
awesome.
only reason why he was able to do shit.
Exactly. And then I shot off the Chameleon Skinks. Yep. And those guys are out of combat or out of range for anything, so he saved his 3 characters. Lucky him. And this guy is just gonna try to chafe up this unit right here.
Well, he's
Just
going to
stay
take
in the
shots.
way.
That's about it.
Yeah, he's
He's going to try and not die.
He's gonna try not die, but take shots, and that's it. And then my cannon's gonna get charged as long as he doesn't roll double 1s into 2.
Yep.
So we're hoping. I know he's gonna take out the cannon, and that's 90 more points for him. But
And
we'll see what happens on that combat. He's stubborn, and he can
Yep.
stay in the back rank, not die. So
Yep. All right, we'll see you at the end of Lizard 6 and see what the game turns out like.
yeah.
All right, so recapping Lizard 6
And the end of the game.
and the end of the game. As I predicted from previous experience with Lizards, giving Stubborn to a Saurus Brick makes them really fucking hard to move.
Yeah, I mean more than 1 round of combat. I mean
Both
2 rounds of combat.
Double attacking here, killing, striking people fighting them, and they're still there.
Yep, they have not too many models left, but my Tomb Prince and his guy got into a fight, and we're both wearing the Armor of Destiny.
They
so
just poked at each other a little bit, like,
they just
hey bud.
they just
what's up,
poked
bro?
at each other. They took out the last Screaming Skull catapult, so he soaked up some points over there. He did 1 wound to my Hero Titan, so nothing effectively. And so we're gonna do points totals, and then we'll see you at the end for a recap of the game on where we fucked up and
All
what we
kinds of
did.
stuff.
Yep.
Ba-ba-da-ba. So, guess what just happened? We went full retard. As the picture might discuss, we completely skipped 1 turn in the game, stopping at turn 5. I think we all know what was going to happen. If we had went 1 more turn, I probably would have caught up in points. And, Tom doesn't have a say in what would happen because he's not here right now. So, I just wanted to let you guys know, as the audience, that we were retarded and stopped at turn 5. And now for the recap.
Recording up, good to go. All right. Bring it back for a recap of the Lizards versus Tomb King army, which is another draw.
Well, he won. If you want to go by points, he got me by like 200 points at the end there, just because he was able to walk through this side of my right flank, essentially, take out both my catapults, both Screaming Skulls, and my
Chariots, your Screaming Skulls, your archer unit, rolls the catapults, and the casket.
which actually only ended up being like 635 points. So again, not a whole lot of points killed, points denial on my part, but I wasn't able to get into his big stuff and tear it up either.
So my initial plan for the list was to be, Lizardmen without a slant, without monsters. The monster part of it, lizards, yeah, monsters are cool, they're great, they do good things, but they're just cannon fodder. So,
huge cannon fodder.
yeah, realistically, I think that lizards can be very competitive without monsters, and I'm going to continue to play them without monsters. Slan, on the other part, at level 4, being able to kit him out and just tear the hell out of the magic phase.
Yeah, he felt my magic phase hard.
That's why I had to get that casket. Man, did I need to get that casket.
That casket changed it. It evened out the magic phase at the end, and I had to throw more dice into the spells I need, like bubbled incantation of righteousness or whatever the hell. Smiting. And so I had to throw a lot of dice in there. And actually, the turn 5 cast with the miscast, I had to miscast into it, was the game decider, essentially, to make it a draw.
Yeah, essentially. And so the Slan is definitely a huge add. The Slan's coming in. I have him. I decided not to play with them mostly because I don't have Temple Guard finished up and built up.
Yeah.
And they're kind of annoying to build. They're going to be probably a lot of, arm with no shield on.
Yeah. I tell you, man, you can't put them on before you paint them.
But
And
yeah.
We're making it a primary objective to finish these armies because
The Tomb Kings and the Lizardmen army.
Yeah, because most of my dwarf army back home is already painted, so I just been painting models that weren't painted that I brought with me. So
there's an airbrush on the way back home for that Skaven, just insane amount of models.
150 fucking slaves.
150 slaves, 40 monks, 40 stone. Like I have over 300 Skaven models, and there's just no way that I can paint them here with the time frame that we have. And
So-
when the time I have to paint is only one day out of every. I only get 2 days a week.
2 days a week to really dedicate to painting, and I on the other hand, I was able to paint at least get the bone done and the bows on my archers, and I was able to do almost 30 of them. Actually, 30 of them. And all I got to do is detail now, and that's it. So
Yeah.
when I get my paints in the mail, hopefully soon. Fucking mail here sucks ass.
Yeah.
I'll be able to finish a 30-man arch unit, and then it only took 4 hours to get them to where they were. So finish the other 40 or 26 or 36 or whatever that I have.
Definitely think the list that you showed today, 2,000 points, Tomb Kings, compared to the premiere video of Tomb Kings.
This
The
was
magic phase was just painful.
painful fucking.
I had to. Oh God.
I was rolling a 3 and a 2. I was getting 3 dice and I was channeling 1. So it was on average a 7 to 3 turn.
He actually, the first 2 turns was 3 to 7, and then the next turn was 2 dice, 2 dispel dice to 7. Dude.
It was, yeah, I got a lot of
So
spells off. I got a lot of that's why his comet never connected well with me, because I was just regrowing wounds like nobody's business because he couldn't stop it. So that's when he burned his cube darkness
And my dispel
and his
scroll.
dispel scroll. He burned his cube actually on the life leech. Yeah, that was a good call.
Yeah.
Because I was about to tear some shit up with that life leech. So
Yep. He was trying to kill my cold ones, which essentially netted
no,
me.
I was trying to casket your cold ones.
Yes.
And you
I cubed that.
You cubed that.
Essentially, honestly, the cold ones probably did the most work out of anything that was in the list. I can't hate on the skinks. The skinks did exactly what skinks do. Skinky things. Very skinky things.
Very sneaky things.
Actually, I want to say that the blowgun versus javelin shield debate, I'm pretty sure that's pretty well answered.
Oh my god, the armor saves he was making on fucking the javelin shield guys, 5 up versus strength of you shooting was just fantastic.
Yeah,
he saved 7 models easily with that. 7 or 8 models easily within the first couple of turns. So it was a tough fight.
I mean, realistically, with the ballistic skill 3, they don't have quick to fire, so whenever they move, they get the -1. They try to shoot double, they get the -1. If they're beyond 6 inches, they get a -1. That puts them at ballistic skill 0 and no poison. So the blowguns, well, you get a lot of shots. They're not quality. Whereas with the javelin and shield, you get quality shots with no minuses almost ever. I think I had a -1 on average.
Yeah, it was
from
mostly
distance.
just for distance. Yeah, that's all you were really ever minusing.
That's
so
the only minus I
you
had.
still roll into wound too, which is awesome. So more 6s, which are just dice.
More
handles,
numbers,
so.
and actually, javelins are off of the strength of the user.
So if you wisdom,
So if I
you go
wistons, if
4.
I were to tuck a priesta into one of my units and have wistons go off, all of a sudden they're throwing strength 4 javelins.
Yeah. So overall, I feel like the Tomb King. My only downfall is that I left my right flank open, and I should have put my Tomb Guard over there to protect the right flank, because he just walked through it. Besides taking a bunch of
Cold ones
off by rolling 1s randomly, because the first round of combat he charged into my archers on my right flank. I rolled
7 wounds.
7 wounds with archers, and they weren't even hoarded.
I rolled 3 1s.
And I popped a shot off him when he came in, and he rolled a 1 there too. So overall, before even the first round of combat was done, 4 guys were dead.
I broke his archers down in 2 rounds.
2
which
rounds.
is what they're supposed to do.
It took 2 rounds, and that's because I ended up letting him kill 5 models, and the round prior he freaking I rolled 10 on a leadership 5 and crumbled 5. So if I hadn't did that, it would have been better.
I think the move whenever I shifted the big, like I had 3 units of skinks and I pushed them all to the casket. I think that was huge.
Yeah,
because I
taking on my
guaranteed the casket kill. And what's funny is the kill on the casket was not guaranteed by poison.
No,
it was actually 6s on ballistic skill because I rolled the 4s. I think it was my chameleons that rolled. I was hitting on 4s, and I rolled 6s on the actual natural wounds.
Yeah,
and that was enough to kill.
No,
him.
you rolled 1/6 on a natural wound. And that's what got it.
I remember I got 2
no,
wounds.
you got 2 wounds off poison, and then the 1/6.
Oh, I got one natural.
And then
6
I had a 6 up light armor save somewhere in there, and yeah, I couldn't hit it. So the casket died. That was the deciding turn, and otherwise I would have been able to do something.
Casket blew up, but again, I think.
Oh, and then the worst part about the casket blowing up is it didn't hit. the one thing I wanted to hit was his rider. Strength 6. That's -3 to his armor, so 5 up armor. He only had 3 guys there, and I know his lord would have had a rerollable, but you know, his lord would have been rolling singular, and I could have got the points for the unit of cold ones, which would have, you know, only tied us exactly, essentially. But still, I really wanted that to happen, and of course I rolled fucking 2 on a 4+ to wound him, and that never, you know, and then I blow my own fucking skin.
Again, this is something you might not have been noticed. I didn't explain this. My general in that list was the cold one.
Yeah.
But not the one in the Saurus Warrior. I kept the BSP with the Saurus Warriors for the reroll on them because they already have leadership 8, and I put the old blood out with the skinks. He was passing an 8 leadership to all my skinks. He was making. They didn't break. I don't think I did not have a single skink unit break except for the one
on his side of the field.
On the far right in front of the Tomb Guards. That's the only one that broke. The rest of them, all day, they didn't give a shit.
They got shot to hell, didn't care. They were rolling a cold blood day, which is almost 100%.
I had a single skink.
Pass,
a single skink make a fucking leadership. His whole unit died around him. He was just like,
fuck your couch.
You know what? I want to shoot at the Hero Titan. I'm staying.
Hero Titan came up and did business. No, he just chapped. He wanted to charge. Couldn't get there fast enough.
I placed it. I was outside your 45, so he couldn't charge.
Yeah. The one turn I could have charged, I couldn't. So, but overall, fun game.
Yeah.
And, we're gonna get some more games in this weekend and post them up, and we'll.
I'm gonna modify the lizards. I think you're gonna make I think we're jumping up to 2,500. So we're gonna have 2,500 lizards. Probably Tomb Kings again.
Oh yeah.
Probably gonna be lizards and Tomb Kings. I really love my lizards. I first started playing the game with lizards. I didn't know how to play. Just learned with them. And I was actually really upset because it was against dwarves, and hammers just wreck everything that says Lizardman.
It was just in their face.
It was just so bad. Just so bad.
It was awesome.
And so I was actually really disappointed with lizards.
That's why I bought
just
Skaven.
A terrible list. That's why I bought Skaven. We were going to go on Barter Town. I was about to sell them, try and get some Warriors of Chaos just to get something competitive. And then I looked at lizards again after learning the game better.
No. Let's get this clear. He read the rule book. Weird how when you read the rule book you figure out what to do. I can't tell you everything. I haven't played in 8 months when we'd started playing. Fuck, I'm gonna remember every single rule.
But yeah, I read most of the rule book. I re-looked at the lizards, and I started noticing these little interactions that I hadn't seen before. And I haven't seen in any lizard player videos either. So, most of the time, like I said, the monster thing. Like I think monsters with lizards, you can just pass on. You really don't gain the gains versus the weight of what you gain for having a Stegodon. Great impact hits. But if that unit goes down from death magic, from cannon fire, from anything that hits it consistently, our lizard monsters don't have toughness. Carnosaur, 5.
Yeah, that's pretty bullshit.
Carnosaur has a 5 toughness.
My Necrosphinx, every big monster in my army has a 8 toughness.
Gorok, the Great White Lizard, my fucking champion, hero choice, fucking champion for 185 points, has a toughness 6.
Which is higher than a
Which is
Stegodon.
higher.
A big fucking...
No, Stegodon's a 6 too, but the same as a Stegodon, and it comes higher than a Carnosaur.
Higher than a Carnosaur, which is crazy. So we're gonna get out of here. We're super sweaty. It's really hot out here. Really hot in this stupid country.
Yeah.
And we'll see you later on. So
Catch
remember
you, this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. And if you like it, subscribe it. You know how we do. Ramskull Gaming all day. And we'll see you next time.
Skaven AZ. Little side thing.
No.
Side thing. Got my gutter runners. Cannons coming together. I can actually play his identical to his list.
But he's not going to.
I'm not going to. No, sorry.
No.
I have this thing where. Yeah, I wasn't going anywhere with that. I'm not going to.
Yeah,
I'm just not going to.
So we'll see you guys next time.